Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Look to make money from things you are good at doing. Now that should seem like common sense, but I've been out here a while and I've seen plenty of businesses. Like I'm thinking about this one business, this guy, he just got into it, but he wasn't good at it. He wasn't good at it. And I actually met him in another business. I ain't gonna give too much information about him, but all of a sudden he had opened this store up selling like some stuff, and he wasn't good at it. And that store didn't last a year. And I've seen some other businesses like that. You've seen some guys get into business, mainly guys, some women too, but mainly guys, get into some business just because they thought it was going to make them a lot of money and everything, but they didn't have a natural affinity for it. See, one of the problems a lot of people have when they get into business, a lot of people have it, they'll just get into whatever's the hottest thing. Okay, that's cool, that thing is hot, whatever it is, but it might not be for you. You know, it might not be what you're good at. See, one of the things that if you get into a business, if you really want to make money, you need to be good at that business. It need to be something that you're natural at. I'm gonna get more into that in the next one. But you need to look into things that you're good at, you got a skill for. And let's say you don't have a skill for it naturally. Okay, you know what you do? You get the certification, you get the education, you be an apprentice, whatever, you learn it. You know, you might have an interest in it, a sincere interest, but you need to learn it. Because I'm gonna be real, that's the biggest reason a lot of businesses fail. Somebody's just not good at it. Seriously, because if you're good at it, and then you doing some of the other stuff, you got an online presence, you have some way to advertise the business, you have all those things, you can make some money. And then if you're good at the business just on a simple thing, it's just a simple thing. If you're good at the business, your customers, they will advertise for you. Let me say that again. Your customers will advertise for you. Because if you're good at it, one of the best ways for business, for anything to get out there is word of mouth. You know, way before there was a YouTube and people were really getting online, before there were smartphones, one of the ways my books got out there was still an internet, was people just talking about it. People, in fact, I always tell the story when I was, getting my books out. And I remember I went to this website and said, oh yeah, y'all should check out this Rom Wills. You know, all of a sudden, boom. It's ironic the guy who checked it out didn't like the book, but other people, they got the book anyway, boom, word of mouth and stuff. But I was good at what I was doing, you know? And many people have said I'm a good writer, so they're getting my stuff. See, you wanna think about, if you're looking into any business, the first thing is, what are you good at doing? You need to sit down and think about it. I'm gonna tell you a little trick with that. A lot of times what you're good at doing, you don't think about it naturally. You don't think about it naturally. You're thinking, it's something you just do without thinking about it. Think about where you can make money with it. Think about any skill, any hobby, something that you just like doing. Just think about it, no matter what it is. Look into it, say, hey, is anybody making money for it? And even if they not, hey, you might start a new industry, right? But that's what you should do, because when you're good at doing something, you do a good job, that makes you money, you know? People will talk about it when you advertise it, when you got reviews online. A lot of people check reviews. Don't underestimate them. Don't underestimate those good reviews. In fact, I had to go see an eye doctor the other week, and they bothered the hell out of me about doing reviews and everything. They actually called me. I was like, what the heck? I was like, man, let me do this review. Because usually I don't automatically do reviews. But they are very powerful. But they were good at, I gotta give it to them. They were very good at what they were doing. They were excellent at what they were doing. you know, whatever it is, get the skill at it. And then you, even when you're good at it, if you can get continuing education at the business, you want to learn what's up, what's going on, what's new going on with it. You want to do that. One thing with good businesses, they're always learning what's new. I don't care what it is. Yeah, I remember I had 1,000 jobs. I worked retail. I was working as a merchandiser. I remember when I first started, there were a couple of seminars I had to attend, and there were other merchandisers there as well. And we were being taught how to do something that we were already good at, even better. You know, so you want to do that. Keep it up. Learn what's new with it. Always look and see, well, okay, how can I do this better? How can I do this better? Speaking of that merchandiser thing, I remember, you know, I'm working retail. I learned a lot from a gentleman who had been doing merchandising for years. I learned a lot from him. Like, he was on the job, but I was watching how he was doing stuff, and he was showing me some little things. You know, but I got good at it. In fact, even talking about that merchandiser thing, one of the businesses I thought about was like maybe hitting some small stores up as a merchandiser. I actually looked into that, but usually with small stores, they usually have people who work there. They don't go outside the stores. No, I really looked into it. But it was still a way. Now, it was small. Now that's another thing too. It might seem small just to fold shirts or something like that, or fold them a certain way, but that's something you might be good at. Seriously, don't overlook. That's another prime example of why don't overlook something. I used to overlook folding clothes and everything. I was like, wait a minute, some people making 6 figures doing this, you know? And if they good at it, boom. They can make money somewhere, you know? So you wanna always think about that. You always wanna think about, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What am I good at? No matter how small it is. You know, maybe I can get a job doing this. Maybe I can work for a company. Maybe I can start a business. Whatever the case. But that's how you can make some money if you're good at it. You know, cleaning. Let me use that example, cleaning. I've met some people made a lot of money and all they were good at doing was sweeping, but they were very good at it. Sweeping and cleaning places. I've known a couple people made a lot of money doing that. So you don't overlook anything. I don't care how small it is. If they good at it, boom, all right? So I want y'all to think about that, all right? I want y'all to really think about that. So anyway, though, that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.